I remember as I was standing there amongst the barricades that I had helped set up, obviously I would turn and kind of look up at the Twin Towers, and I remember watching people hold hands and jump. And to me, I can't imagine how awful, I can't even find the words to describe it, but the fact that those people would choose to jump to their deaths because they didn't want to burn, or either that or they knew that there was no hope for them to be rescued, they chose to hold hands and jump. And it wasn't just one or two people. I mean, I saw multiple people just jumping from the World Trade Center and electing that that's the way that they wanted to go. And I just, in my mind, I just find that it just incredible, like that they chose, that action was the lesser of those two evils. It changed my life in the fact that you never know when something is going to happen. And you have to you can't take things for granted, obviously. That morning, again, just like your average American, your average New Yorker, you get up and go to work, carry out the plan of the day, as we like to say in the Marine Corps. And just like that, your life changes. I think that day basically just answered any doubt whatsoever in my mind of what I wanted to do the rest of my life, because I knew, obviously at that point, that the United States, our military, in some way, shape, or form, we were going to go ahead and take the fight, to whoever it was, that caused this, which we now know. And so it just solidified it. And so I knew that there was no question in my mind, and I knew that eventually, once I was done recruiting duty, that I'd be able to get in there and do my part and feel a little, I don't know if more proud is the right word, but feel a little more justified being that I was, a native New Yorker, and that, a little more personal to me, and that because I was there that day when it happened. And I tip my hat to all those, Marines, all the service members who are serving now post 9/11. Prior to that, there were many reasons why people joined the military. So I'm sure some joined because they were patriotic. There was other reasons to do it. Job skills, trade skills, the ability to go to college and maybe do a little traveling. And after 9/11, I don't think there's a doubt in too many people's minds on why they decided to join and raise their right hand when they could have easily said, no way, not me, I'm good. So I definitely tip my hat to all those who decided it, that they wanted to answer the call and, do something for their country. That morning I was driving into work like I normally did every morning, and I was a couple blocks away from Broadway because our office was right on Broadway. I was a couple blocks away, and I had my radio on listening, to the morning music. I had my AC on, windows rolled up, so, kind of outside ambient noise. I couldn't really hear anything, but I distinctly remember hearing this loud, kind of like an explosion. When I pulled up in my normal parking spot, I remember getting out of my vehicle, and there was a couple people congregated on the corner, and they were kind of looking up in the direction of where the towers were standing. And we were looking up, and you see smoke billowing from the top of the World Trade Center. So I remember walking into the office, and our admin chief, his name was Mr. Martinez, I remember he was on the phone, and I remember walking into the office, and I told him, I said, hey, Marty, I said, did you hear that explosion? There's, you know, and something crashed into like the World Trade Center. People were saying it was like a Cessna or something. And he said that he had no idea. He didn't hear anything. So he goes over to the window and he's looking, and he's kind of like, wow, you know, I didn't hear it. He's like, you know, it's crazy. So I go into the captain's office, and as I'm looking for this paperwork, I hear Marty just screaming. And he yells out for me to come and run to the window. And as I'm like, I drop what I'm doing and I'm running, that's when the building shook at first, and then you hear the impact of the second plane that hit.